They've been working on this for 2 days and had some terrible time. But Bruce came to the rescue.
Menu and then photo.
Figure it out. Yeah.
It's been more than 2 days.
Tacky stuff a long time.
Moving around.
Maybe today, yesterday.
No.
So, make sure I don't use that.
15 minutes more.
Okay.
Hats on.
You guys ready?
Yep.
Are you guys ready?
Already.
Waiting.
Alright, so, welcome to another episode of Cold Case. There we go. Hello, my name is Sir Sherlock Heimlich, MD, BM, B Forensic Sci. And this is my trusty assistant, Watson, from United Forensic Consultants. Here we are greeting each other as usual at the beginning of the show. Watson and I are quite close sometimes. He chokes on something. As a highly paid specialist in investigative forensics, I live in this elegant Victorian mansion. And here is Watson entering his more modest abode. It is a typical summer day in Pony River on July 6, 1998. Nothing is wrong and everyone is going about their normal business. The kids are playing. Noted physician Ian Cameron unloads his truck with a shadowy assistant. And retired teacher Gordon Muir relaxes on his deck. Watson and I weren't sure what he was doing before that. But we did discover this at a short distance from his cottage. Anybody can see what that is?
No.
Well, it's not a condom, and it's not that foam stuff.
What is it? A diaphragm?
It looks like a diaphragm. It's broken.
Oh.
All right, so much for that.
I got it.
Like a Kinder egg.
Same thing.
Okay, so former MLA and triple dipper Jamie Muir returning from the latest Tory Party convention with helium-filled balloons. When a report is called in from the Upper Long Beach Zen garden master hung low. Grandfather Mouthswallow has been decapitated.
Oh.
Still you. Yes.
Speak up.
There's a few of them. There's 4. As usual, the police investigation leads nowhere. 12 years later, the cold case team is called in to solve the crime. Watson and I carefully recreated the scene. This was Grandfather Mouthswallow when he was alive. And of course, he is now missing his head. But it was 12 years later. Would the dynamic duo be able to find any evidence? Stay tuned to this channel. And now a word from our sponsor, Chipotle Away.
Here we go.
Very good. now back to the show.
We started looking for clues in the former Elliott property above the Long Beach area. It seemed possible that a wheeled vehicle was somehow involved in the crime. Such a vehicle could be used perhaps to carry away a large piece of conglomerate rock, such as the head of Grandfather Mouthswallow. We decided to file away this evidence for future reference later. Before long, we found another trail that looked like something we had never seen before.
However, it turned out to be just a small dog. It was just chasing some red-ass raccoon.
We looked further and found this trail, also like nothing we had ever seen before.
Yes, Watson had a theory. It looked like something that could only have been made by a peg-leg pirate. Probably made off with the head in his pirate ship.
Yes, who could it be? I'm trying to remember how to do this. Yes, there we go.
Peg leg.
It's a double peg leg.
The team is baffled. The trail is going slowly nowhere. They decide to investigate more leads. Suddenly, Heimlich discovers a velociraptor trail. Whenever the TV wants to get around to it. There we go.
The trail led to this skull, which looks an awful lot like a velociraptor. I was convinced that the creature had to be involved somehow. It bore an uncanny resemblance to Uncle Gordon, who was seen driving this tractor.
Unfortunately for the team, Gordon pleads the fifth and refuses to be interviewed. The team has to press on.
Time was getting short. The network executives were getting antsy. We had to find the missing body part, the head of Grandfather Mouthswallow. We scoured the beach for hours and finally found our best lead. Something had been dragged through the sand.
Trail leads to Grandfather Mouthswallow's severed head. The team examines it closely. Heimlich concludes that the murderer must have hit poor Grandfather Mouthswallow over the head with a rock, like this, knocking him unconscious before the decapitation.
Watson and I decided we needed to see the rest of the body to piece together this puzzle. We proceeded down the beach to what was left of Grandfather Mouthswallow. It was a grisly scene. You.
Oh, right. Blood is everywhere. Further inspection shows a trail leading into the Northumberland Strait, supporting Watson's pirate hypothesis.
I was perplexed. I thought, who could have carried out this heinous crime?
Then Heimlich notices blood on Watson's ankle. Was it the famous detective's protege? Watson vehemently denies anything to do with it. Heimlich believes it.
Then we found these strangely discarded beer cans.
That's you.
No, it's you. That's Jay.
It says N. Watson decides to inspect the contents a little more closely. Then you.
This beer can is so sharp it looks like it could have been used to decapitate someone.
We had to think, who do we know at Tony River that likes to drink beer?
think there may be a connection between the bloody pig, Gordon, and the Velociraptor trail.
Oh.
Watson figured that it was highly probable that Gordon turned into a velociraptor and hacked off Grandfather Mouth Swallow's head with a pick and then carried it away in the tractor trailer.
Then, they interviewed Gordon. In a few seconds.
Andy Gordon, before you take away this lovely piece of wood, I need to ask you a question. Okay. What were you doing on the evening of July the 5th, 1998? July the 5th. Just as I thought, no alibi.
We then wondered if it could be done perhaps by Gary Power.
No.
Yeah, that's right. You said it all right there.
We included Gary.
Drinking a beer in there,
We don't know what you were doing in there, Gary. You can stick to that story if you want.
Yeah.
We included Gary as a definite possibility. But could it be Uncle Jamie?
It could be that Uncle Jamie slipped out of the political convention and decapitated Grandfather Mouth Swallow using helium-filled balloons, which also carried off the head further down the beach.
Or was it Ian Cameron, who clobbered Grandfather Mouth Swallow over the head with a rock and carried it away in his truck? Or was it the chief? He had no alibi and is known to hang around with dogs.
Our heroes decide to interview the prime suspects by crashing their weekly sensitivity training.
We don't know for sure who did it. Wow, sorry.
Yeah, there we go.
Dave's got an idea. I've got an idea. I do. Go ahead. Ross Doyle. Yes, sir. What were you doing on the evening of July the 5th, 1998? He was praying. I heard it here yesterday. With your memory so much, Ross. I was praying harder. I said, yes. I hit the Bible upside down. Come back to that. Ian. Yes. What were you doing on that fateful day? July 5th, 1998. Painting. Painting. Not painting Grandfather Mouth Swallow. Something in blood red colors, perhaps. Gathering evidence, vandalism. 1998, Leonard was elected legislature, so I was organizing people, the government to... Organizing? The government did waiting. I see. You were organizing... The government did waiting. I see. And so there was some political action taking place, is that right? Yeah, clearly. That sounds like a connection.
Well, we don't know for sure who did it, but we overheard Gary saying this at supper. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
A great effort, boys.
It was I knew he did it.
Very good.
Thank you very much, Gordon.
He always does it.
You'll hear from my lawyer tomorrow.